I have $10,000 set aside in a separate account for my engagement ring, and I go to church and God says, give all the money away. Money was always a problem, and that's why this testimony was a lot deeper spiritually. I have a lot of financial trauma and fear and bondage there when it comes to money because of what it represents. Money to me represented freedom and not having to suffer. As I was growing into my adulthood and wanted to step into a season of engagement, I go to church, January 2020, I have $10,000 set aside in a separate account for my engagement ring for a woman I loved, told I was going to marry 4 days into us hanging out. And I go to church and God says, give all the money away. And I was like, no way. Like that flesh moment of the resistance, I didn't want to hear it. We get these callings from God and these inspirations, and we want to compartmentalize and suppress them right away. We're like, I didn't hear that. Never mind. I go to church the next week. It grows stronger, louder. This is a key part of actually the story. I asked some mentors. Here's the powerful thing about mentors that we should always remember. Sometimes the things God calls us to do, even mentors we respect can't comprehend. He told me, well, Gabe, a tithe is only 10%, not the whole amount. I don't know if you should do the whole amount. I was like, no, that's not it. I'm going all in. Went to the bank, took $10,000 out, put it in an envelope. And when I tell you, to your point, when there was financial demons being shed away and shackles that were being freed from financial limitation and conditioning that I've had my whole entire life, demons were literally, I felt them falling when I put the money into them. It wasn't about $10,000. $10,000 is nothing compared to what God could provide. God told me, you're worried about $10,000 and I'm trying to get you to $10,000 a month. I'm trying to get you to $10,000 a week. I'm trying to give you enough money to where you could grow and expand the kingdom into whatever capacity you could comprehend. And then the revelation that came from me there was your money blueprint is not based on how much money you make or how much you save, but how much you're willing to give away. It's not about the money, it's about us being released from the attachment of money. And that develops the psychology of God will always provide. And what's crazy about the story, I can't make this up, within 90 days of doing that, and it's not to give to get, but it is just my testimony, it's real. I gave that money away. 90 days later, I did more in a new business during COVID than we had the previous 3 years in a recent business. Ended up doing $10 million in sales in 18 months after that, and then was around that income of $10,000 a month shortly in that same year. From giving away the $10,000, had more money within a year to increase my budget for the ring, ended up proposing, spending around $16,000 or whatever it was instead of 10 within a year later.